the review I'm doing this week is for a book series called the Millennium Series. And the first book in that series is called The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. So the book kind of revolves around two characters. One's name is Mikhail Bloomquist. There's a K in there, so you can. And Lisbeth Salander? Okay. And Lisbeth is she was a ward of the state when she was a kid. And she's kind of, her backstory is kind of a mystery in the beginning of the book. Mikhail Bloomquist is a editor at a kind of small, I believe it's like a kind of a financial magazine, but mostly what they do is try to uncover like kind of unsavory business practices in Sweden. The whole book takes place in Sweden. But basically in the first book there is a girl went missing decades ago, like 50, like 30 to 40 years ago, and this kind of rich guy pays Bloomquist to kind of find out what happened to his niece, because they never found out what happened to her. And it kind of revolves around Mikhail trying to, he has a specific motive to take this, because he has to go like live kind of out in kind of rural Sweden with this with Mark, is it Harald Longer? What's his name? Okay, so anyways, he has to go live kind of out in rural Sweden to kind of solve this mystery, because in return he's going to get something that will help him with the story. He's basically, in the beginning of the book, he's disgraced because he publishes a story and it's not properly cited, so his reputation is in shambles. And if he's able to find out what happens to Harriet, the rich guy, Vonger, will give him information that will prove that this character, Winterstrom, I think is his name, was guilty. So it goes with that, and then with Lisbeth's story, a lot of it is just kind of finding out what happens to her. There's, I'm going to pass around a graphic novel. It came out today, so that's why I'm doing a review, so you can kind of look at it if you are interested in reading the book. Before I pass this out, it's very explicit. There's a rape scene in it, and there's a torture scene in it as well. So I don't think there's like frontal nudity, but there's no like genitals or anything, so it's not. It can be upsetting, so I'm just gonna pass this around.
But she does like revenge rape.
Yeah.
So
that's
makes you feel any better.
Yeah,
She
so
gets
it
it
makes
back.
Alright. Yes, and I feel much better.
better.
So if you have seen the movies or read the books, that specific story stops right around where she basically goes back to Bierman and blackmails him and kind of rapes him back. But there's lots of sexual violence in the book. That is kind of a theme. It revolves around, the first one kind of revolves around sexual violence. The second one has a almost completely different story, but also revolves around kind of sex slavery in kind of Eastern Europe. But I mean, I think it's a compelling story, so you might want to check it out. I'm going to say that I don't like Bloomquist at all. I really hate his characters. And I was actually, when I read the first book, I almost didn't want to read the second one because I hated his character so much. But I did, and I really enjoyed it. So if you want to read the book or read the graphic novel,